Good morning. This is Suzanne Job doing another tea testing today. Today's tea is called Pearl River Tea. This is a green tea from them. They are a Mississippi tea company right here in the United States. And they have their own plantation. It's one of several tea plantations now in Mississippi. And this is their green tea. I've asked them about their process, and they basically, on their green tea, they use a Japanese steam process. They pressure steam the green leaf, they say, and then we dry it using our fixing machine for the first dry, and then they tumble dry. Then to ensure there's no more moisture in the leaf, we put it in the oven for a quick final dry. Okay, so this green tea is from Mississippi, Pearl River Tea. It's really by JDFarms. They also produce other types of tea other than green. They also raise blueberries, and they put fresh, dried blueberries in some of their teas for flavor teas. For the green tea, they use the Japanese steam process. They pressure steam the green leaf, and they dry it using a fixing machine for the first dry, and then they tumble dry. And then to make sure there's nothing left in the leaf, they do a final quick dry. Like I said, this is sold as in tea bags, and so the tea is much, there we go, much smaller pieces. It's not whole leaf, so you don't want to worry about using a strainer like I'm doing here. But they sent me some that was not put in tea bags. It has a typical grassy smell. Just slightly astringent, but I kind of expected a little bit of green tea. Steeped it at 175. It is refreshing. Mostly, as far as mouthfeel, you can feel it towards the front of your mouth. Right there in the front part of your tongue also, particularly. I guess you get that astringency there. Goes down rather smooth though, even though it has a kind of a front end astringency. It's not very astringent in the back end. Let's get some of my tea pet here. And let me strain this off a little bit more, because I forgot my strainer when I did the other cup. It's good. That definitely has those grassy notes you're looking for in the green tea. Certainly, if you were going for more of a full Western style, and you add sugar to your tea, it will certainly do well with that. I'm trying to see how many tea can I get out of this 2 grams here. Might be able to get a couple. Just because you use a tea bag doesn't mean you can't steep it more than once. Here's some of the color in the second steeping here. There are a few nice large leaves in there. But yeah, definitely you want to have this with the tea bags. And if you want to take it out of your tea bags, then you're going to use a strainer to filter it out some. Let's see. If my daughter wants to give me wanted to give a little taste. Did you still want to give a little taste? Okay, give me a minute and then let the steeping go through and we'll see what you think. She's always my helper in tasting teas because her taste profile is a little different than mine. But yeah, this is good, to the other tea. Put in there as well. I hope that the tea place is going to do okay with their hurricane coming up down there right now. I guess it kind of depends where it lands. This tea company, I guess if you go, it just goes directly north of New Orleans, just straight up from there, about 30 miles or so into 30, 40 miles into Mississippi, you would find their farm. All right. So, worry about straining it that way. A little bit of both teas in there. All right, come have a taste real quick. And tell me what your opinion is. Tell me what you taste. Mm.
Kind of woody.
Kind of woody. Okay, I can see that.
Also, isn't this a second infusion?
This is a second infusion, yeah.
Don't you need to move the teapot?
I'm not doing multiple ones of it, so if you make sure I'll move them here.
A little bit of nutty sweet.
Nutty sweet. This is Bob, my tea pet. He helps me keep track of how many infusions of tea I make. Mm.
It has that like rush in the mouth feeling. It has that rush feeling to the tip of the tongue.
Okay, yep.
I get with that.
Yeah, I tasted that early, particularly with the first infusion. It's still there though. It's definitely a front of the tongue feeling here. Yeah, I think it's lasting. It's not it's not a thick feel, but it definitely is staying on there. You're tasting it for a while there. You're feeling it on the tip of your tongue. You don't really. I'm not really getting a whole lot of astringency in the back of my throat, which is I really like. If I'm going to have it, I'd rather have it towards the front.
I think that this is definitely not a dry tea. I think it's more of a juicy tea that you have in your mouth, but once it goes out, it starts getting a little bit more dry.
Okay. So initially not dry, but kind of finishes dry. Huh?
So a little pretty light.
Yeah. So, any final thoughts?
It has a kind of grassy, slightly woody. It's kind of creamy too. And it definitely has a bit of a nutty taste to it at the end.
Okay.
Like in it, because I get that rush of sweetness sensation I tend to get with certain teas.
Okay. Good. All right. There you go. Well, if you found this video helpful for you, please click like. If you want to see more of these, please click subscribe down over there. And again, this is the Pearl River tea. It's from JDFarms. I will put a link to it below, so you can find them if you want them. There are several other tea companies there in Mississippi as well, and I'll probably do a couple of reviews some of their teas also. Well, blessings on your day, and we'll talk to you later. Remember, it's always a good time for tea.